In this video, we're going to look at assignments, resources, and grading grade groups that you can set up. So you have courses that will be set up for you and your students will be added. Groups are groups of people that you want to share resources with. And within that group, there is a resource tab that you go to. So in your actual course, you have a place where you can put resources. So let's take a quick look at resources. In resources, this could be a place where you do some pre-planning and saving it here and then adding it to your assignment at a later time. So you can always move to, copy to, add to course. So you can do some planning in here and sharing with your PLC. We'll take a look a little bit later on actually saving assignments that have a Google Drive attachment. Because when you want to put that in resources, you need to attach the assignment as a link. So we'll look at that a little bit further down the line. So let's get back to the course that we're in. And so I'm going to go back to the course that we're in and the assignments. So you will be assigning or making assignments under this tab of Add Materials. You do see it here, Materials, and it will take you to the folder structure. So you could come over here and either go ahead and choose which folder you want and continue into the folder structure. The ones that are the North Side Way, which would be in the North Side Way, we will have 9-week folders. And within those 9-week folders, we will have weekly folders. So beyond that, as a campus, you can decide if there are more folders inside, which is another great upgrade from Google Classroom. We couldn't put folders in folders, but we can in Schoology. So that's a good thing. So this is where you will add the assignments. So say Monday, you want to add some type of assignment. So here's your assignment that you can create. So you would title and describe. Here is where you would attach something that is in your Google Drive that you want students to have a copy of. And Schoology is really great about making the copy. That's an automatic. So I have a slideshow for my students called Gifts and Stickers, and I'm asking them to add a gift that shows how they're feeling about the first week of school. So I'm going to click on this Google Drive assignments because I want to attach that slide. And it's going to populate with the most recent one that you've opened. So maybe it'll be on the top or you might have to search for it. So I'm going to search for my gifts and stickers. So I see it here. I'm going to click on this and then I want to attach it to my assignment. And it will automatically make a copy for each student. From here, you put the due date. You have to put a time. It might automatically put a time in as midnight, and point value, what category, defaults on a certain category. You can change the category, all these things. Let's look at down here at the bottom, the options. So you have the option to actually assign this to individuals. And so you can click on that and say who gets this assignment, choose. You can also lock assignments. If you're no longer taking, it's way past the due date, you've told the kids, no, grades are going in, you can lock the assignment. Publish to students. So if you're ready to send this and ready for kids to see it, you can keep it on published or you can change it to unpublished, which is kind of like the draft version in Google Classroom. We would save it as a draft and then that next morning or Monday when we wanted to send it out, we would edit and change it. So you would set it up as unpublished if you're not ready for the students to do the assignment. This is an analytic you can look at, and this is where you would assign it to more than one course. And then you could easily put it in more than one classroom, just like you did with Google Classroom. So I'm going to click Create, and then that's an assignment. There's several different kinds of assignments. There's discussion, so it's very similar to Google Classroom. It shows up kind of grayed out because I have it unpublished, but when I'm ready to publish my assignment, I will just click here and click on Publish. So are you ready to publish? Yes, I want to publish it. So now the students can actually see the assignment. I wanted to go over quickly, we talked about sending assignments to certain students. You can also do grading groups. So you wouldn't do it here in Gradebook. We'll look at Gradebook. That's your Gradebook. It'll show the grades that you put in. You can put them in manually, or they can be a graded quiz, or that would automatically show up here, or you could type in the grade for the student. This grade setup tab was for the different categories. I'm going to come down here to members because I want to show you how you can set up groups. So organize, add grading groups. So this is how you could start doing maybe putting students in groups, and they're almost like blended learning groups. You would click on add grading groups and then click on the different students and you create a grading group. And that's where it will show that you can name it and say, this is, let's say, there are different novels that kids are reading. So I'm going to say this is the Outsiders group. They're reading The Outsiders. That's the novel that they chose. So you'll see the tags here, like group 1, they're in different ones. So when you click on them, you can see, who's in them. So I really like that for grouping for different assignments, blended learning kinds of things. So grading groups.